Morning, happy Holi. Yeah, yesterday I was talking about what, guys? Yeah, based on the kind of programming we do, I said there are two types of frameworks: invasive, non-invasive. Invasive frameworks are tightly coupled with the framework APIs. Non-invasive frameworks are not tightly coupled with the framework APIs. Okay. Later we started understanding what? Okay, some special terminology classes, guys. POSO class, POSI, plain old Java interface, POSO, plain old Java object class, Java bean class, bean class or component class, Spring Bean class. Our ultimate target is understanding Spring Bean, guys. Yeah, what is POSO class, guys? An ordinary class without specialities is called POSO class. The class that is not implementing or extending from framework API or technology API, classes and interfaces is called POSO class. Come on. Is called POSO class. Next, what we got? POSI, plain old Java interface. An ordinary interface without specialities is called POSI. The interface that is not extending from, okay, technology specific or what, framework specific interfaces is called POSI. Right, guys. These are the things we discussed, boss. Shall we get into today's discussion, guys? Yeah, this is 18th March 2022. POSO, POSI, Java Bean, Bean class, Spring Bean. Okay, guys. Shall we start understanding Java Bean, guys? Java Bean class. The Java class that is developed by following some special standards is called Java Bean class. Java Bean class. Next one. The Java Bean class is always used as a helper class. What class, guys? Helper class to carry multiple values together as a single object. Either between two layers or components of same application, or either between two layers are components of same application, or between two different applications. Two different application. Okay, over the network. Over the network. Understanding my statement, guys? And if you want to pass multiple values between two layers of same project or two different projects, then we have to think about working with what, guys? Java bean support. Java bean support. Got it? Okay. Two layers of same Java application or between two different Java application. Array, both source and destination application must be in Java, right, guys? Okay, guys. Now tell me, guys. Service class, the class that contains business logic, sends multiple values to DAO class. Array, that is nothing but persist. The class that contain persistence logic. Come on. DAO class in the form of Java bean class object. In the form of Java bean class object. Okay. Okay. This is within the project. Within the project or application. Right, boss. Everyone got the clarity? Next, Flipkart application or Flipkart.com application sends, tell me, Flipkart.com application sends credit card or debit card details. Credit or debit card details to credit or debit card details to tell me, guys, PayPal or 1 minute, PayPal or Roser Pay. Roser Pay. All these are what, guys? Payment brokers, right? Okay, guys. Payment brokers. In the form of Java bean class objects. Simply in the form of what object, guys? Java bean class object, guys. Everyone got the clarity, guys? Okay. Array, persistence logic means the logic that perform insert, update, delete, select operations on database software is called persistence logic. JDBC code comes under persistence logic. Business logic means calculations. Come on. Calculations. Okay. Next, persistence logic means what? Code operations. Code operation. Insert, update, delete, select operations are called as what? Code operations. Come on. Sandeep. Yes. Okay. Maybe terminologies are different, but activities you already know that, right? The Java class that do calculations is called service class. The Java class that contains persistence logic, that means saving data to table, reading data from database table, updating record, deleting record. These logics are called as what? Persistence logics. Is that clear, guys? Sandeep, please respond. Okay, guys. So between two components of same project, how data is passed in the form of Java. Between two projects, how data is passed, guys, in the form of Java. Understanding my statement, guys? Right. Now DAO is also class, my dear. Okay, guys. Right. Now listen carefully. Java Bean Java Bean class does not contain methods with business logic. Methods with business logic. Okay. Because it is always used as a helper class to carry data between two components or layer or projects or applications. Come on, guys. Now listen. Listen. Okay. I'll come. What are the standards we have to follow? First, concentrate. Okay. Array, in your office, one office boy is there. From one desk to another desk, if you want to transfer some papers, you want to send some papers, you will take the support of office boy or not? Yes. From one office to another office within the same locality, you want to send some documents, again you will take the support of office boy or not? Tell me, office boy is a main person in the office or helper person in the office? Office boy is main person in the office or helper person in the office? So definitely is a helper person, right? Java Bean is like office boy, guys. Java Bean is all like office boy. Don't think that serious business logic, serious persistence logic, serious some other logics will be there here. It just contains the setup to hold multiple values, to carry multiple values between two layers of same project or across the multiple projects. Flipkart.com, separate project. PayPal, separate project. How credit card details are passed in the form of Java Bean. Okay, service class, normal Java class, DAO, normal Java class, both are there in the same project. How multiple values are passed from service to DAO in the form of Java Bean. Convinced, guys? It's a helper class. Java Bean is like office boy in the office. Come on. All right. Insert, update, delete operations are called CORD operations. CURD operations. You want to have clarity on it? Okay. C for create. Insert the record. U for update. Okay. Modify the record. R for read. Select operation. D for delete. Remove operation. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Insert, update, delete and select operations are called CORD operations. Are called CORD operations, guys. Are you understanding my point, guys? Okay. Yeah. Standards to develop. Standards to follow for developing Java Bean. Okay, for developing Java bean. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, someone is asking me, sir, how you know two projects are there in Java or not to send in the form of Java bean? You can send only when two projects are there in Java, because Java bean is a Java class object now, boss. Right. So you can send data in the form of Java bean between two projects only when two projects are there in Java. You should know, then only you can send. No, sir, I don't want to send. Then move to web services. If you move to web services, JSON or XML comes into picture. That time, though projects are there in two different technology, you can still send the data. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Okay. Java bean can send data between two projects which are there in Java. If they are not there in Java, you cannot think about working with what? Java bean. You should think about using XML or JSON. Okay, guys. Right, boss. Shall we get into the discussions, guys? Okay, number one. Class must be taken as public class. Class must be taken as public class. Why, sir? First of all, class should be visible outside the package. Then only it can be used by other classes, na boss. Then only. See, everyone knows the rules. No one knows why those rules are coming. So today we are going to understand this. To make it visible, inside and outside of the project. Outside of the package. When Java bean is visible outside of its package, then only it can be used by source class to send the data, destination class to receive the data. Come on. Okay. B. Recommended to implement. Java.io.serializable interface. Okay. To send Java bean class object data over the network. Okay, over the network. We can send only serializable object data over the network. How object becomes serializable, guys? When class of that object implements java.io.serializable interface. Come on. The people who knows only core Java. Okay, normal class becomes threader? No. The class that implements runnable interface directly or indirectly becomes thread, right? Every class becomes threader, guys? No. Similarly, every Java class object can be sent over the network? No. Which class objects we can send over the network? Which Java class objects data we can send over the network? Serializable objects data. How does object become serializable? When class implements serializable interface. When class implements serializable interface, automatically object of that class becomes serializable. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. We can send only serializable objects data over the network. Right, guys. See, guys. Class must have private and non-static non-static variables as Java bean properties. Array, why private? Array, then if data is private, then only it is secure now, boss. Why non-static? Non-static. Array, at a time 10 people are sending. Listen. At a time 10 people are sending 10 credit card details. Tell me, you want to store each credit card details in a separate Java bean class object. When you want to store each credit card details in a separate Java bean class object, so whatever variables that are holding credit card number, expiry date, CVV number, come on, CVV number should occupy the memory inside the object or outside the object? Inside the object. Which member variable allocates memory inside the object? Which member variables allocates memory inside the object? Non-static member variable allocates memory inside the object or not? Yes or no? Na? Okay. Okay. To store the data inside the object. Okay. To store the data inside the object. To store the data inside the object. Okay, guys. Next. Every bean property, come on, should have one getter method and one setter method. Okay, guys. Every bean property should have one getter method and a setter method, guys. What is the purpose of setter method, guys? Setter method is for setting or modifying the data of bean property. And what is this? Getter method is for reading the data from bean property. Are you understanding my point? Setter method for setting the data, getter method for reading the data. Setting data means it may be fresh data or modifying the existing data. Got it, guys? Okay. Next one, E. Okay. Should have zero param constructor. What, guys? Zero param constructor, directly or indirectly. Directly or indirectly. Array, not default, zero param only. Because compiler generated zero param constructor is called default. But every zero param constructor is not default constructor. Is that, guys? Come on. Okay. Should have zero param constructor directly or indirectly. Directly means placed by the programmer. Indirectly means, okay, given by the Java compiler as a default constructor. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, that constructor should be public or fine. Right. Why this is required, sir? Why this is required? Hurry, what is the easiest way of creating object? New operator. That too by using zero param constructor. Or if zero param constructor is there directly or indirectly, come on. Directly or indirectly. Okay, it becomes easy for the source people to create the object to put the data. It becomes destination people to create object to receive the data. Come on, guys. It becomes easy for object creation or not? Okay. To make the object creation process, to make the object creation process uh, as easy process, guys. Suppose if one param is there, so we should know what to be passed. Why all this headache? Okay. If you have a zero param constructor, source people can create object nicely. Destination people also can create object nicely. Okay, guys. Earlier you might have studied rules, guys, but now you got a reason behind the rules. Now you got a serious reason behind the rules, guys. Okay. Sometimes what happens, underlying frameworks, containers create object for the Java bean classes we provide. Okay, for framework container, what is the easiest way of creating object? Using new operator by using zero param constructor. So that's the reason. And most of the frameworks containers are designed to create object of given Java class only by using zero param constructor. That's why you should make sure that zero param constructor is available. Come on. And it's something like this, guys. Something like this. You may do a number of business in India. You may do a number of activities in India. But in India, you are identified with what? Aadhaar number. That's why government act rule. You want to be Indian, you should have an Aadhaar number. Either directly or indirectly, you should have Aadhaar number. Come on. Then only you will be identified as Indian. Otherwise, it's very impossible to identify as Indian. Are you listening my statement, guys? Very simple, Babu. I want to create object. Sometimes framework want to create object. Sometimes servers wants to create object. Sometimes container wants to create object. All people feels comfortable to create object using what? Zero param constructor. I am asking to keep that zero param constructor directly or indirectly. Directly means you place it. Indirectly means what? You don't place any constructor. Automatically one zero param constructor comes as default constructor. Convinced, my dear? Right. Okay. Now listen. Example, guys. Example class. Don't study the rule. Try to know the reason behind the rules. Public class. Okay. Card details. Public class. Card details. Viraya, constructor generation is not the responsibility of the framework. Try to know the basics. Compiler generation is the responsibility of the compiler. If you place parameterized constructor, Java compiler does not generate default zero param constructor. But if someone is trying to create object by using only zero param constructor, the object creation may fail. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Viraya, please be focused. Core Java fundamentals. Public class code details. Implements java.io.serialize. See guys, first rule is followed. Second rule is followed. Why public class? So that it can be used inside the package and outside the package. Why serializable? Whenever I create object for this class, becomes serializable object, and we can send serializable object data over the network. Right, boss? Okay, now I am taking bean properties. Private long card number. See, private non-static is taken. Why? If 10 people wants to give credit card details 10 times, or 10 card details at a time simultaneously. Okay, each card detail should be stored inside one object of card details class. Which member variables allocates memory inside the object, guys? Non-static. That's why we have taken non-static. Suppose if I take this one as a static, what happened? Though I created 20 objects, 30 objects, all of them will refers to same member variable, right? So that means at a time I can store one card information. No, I want to store one card information at a time or multiple card information at a time. Multiple card information at a time by creating multiple objects, by allocating memory inside each object separately, right? So that's why we need non-static or not. Okay. Private string, card holder name, private date, expiry date. Like these properties will be there, guys. Many things will be there. Okay, I'm adding one more thing. Int CVV. Verification, guys. Like this, lot of details can be taken, guys. I'm just taking it. Now you observe. Public void set card number. Long card number. This dot card number is equal to card number. Public long get card number, return card number. Like this, for every property, we will be having one setter method, one getter method. Don't think that all properties together, same setter method will be there. 4 properties, na 4 setter methods and getter methods. Setter methods and getter methods. Yeah, I will tell the what is the use of Java Bean in real-time practices. I already discussed, but I will prove practically also. Don't worry. Okay. Next, what is next, guys? Set card holder name. Get card holder name. Next one. Set expiry date. Set expiry date. Okay. What is the parameter, guys? Date. Date expiry date, guys. Okay. I have not modified. I have to modify now. This dot expiry date is equal to expiry date. Second one. Okay, guys. Okay. Get the expiry date. Return expiry date. Here, what is the return type, guys? Date. Return type, guys, date. Okay, here also small modifications, guys. String card holder name. String card holder name. Okay, holder name. Okay. Next one is what? This dot holder name is equal to holder. Holder name is equal to holder name. Right. Return what is there? Return type is string. Right. What is the return value? Holder name. 1 minute, I'll write freshly these two things, guys. 1 minute. What is the property, guys? Holder name. Okay, fine. We'll do accordingly. We'll do changes accordingly. Let's see. What is this? Public void set to holder name. String holder name, guys. Then what? This dot holder name is equal to holder name. Next, public string get holder name, return holder name. What is that, guys? Return holder name. Next, what is next one? Public void set CVV. Okay, into CVV. This dot CVV is equal to CVV. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Mr. Uppu Vinayaka, I am not taking parameterized constructor. I asked you to take zero param constructor. First, listen carefully, man. Yeah. Next one, int get CVV. Here, no parameter to pass. Okay. Next, return CVV. End of this. Okay, guys. All the rules are followed or not? Yeah, this is rule number 1. Number 1 is followed or not? Yes. This is rule number 2. Yeah, it's a recommendation only, guys. It's in the project optional to pass. And all properties are taken what? Non-static. Number 3. Okay, all getter and setter methods are placed or not? Placed or not? Rule number 4. Come on. Sir, what about zero param constructor? Array, rule number 5. Rule number 5 is automatically followed. What is that? Since no constructor is placed. No constructor is placed. Tell me, the Java compiler automatically generates zero param constructor as a default constructor. That means indirectly rule number 5 is followed or not, guys? Rule number 5 is followed or not followed? Tell me, guys, when you look at this class, is it looking like a helper class or main class? Any business logic? Any serious logics? No, it is just there to hold 4 values. We can set 4 values, we can read 4 values from this object, right? Okay. Now listen. Now I am going to explain need of Java Bean. Need of Java Bean in real projects. Already I have given use cases, guys, but I want to make you people feel more comfortable on it in real projects. Focus and listen. First, I am going to explain problem code. Without Java Bean, what is the problem? You know my style of presentation. First, I will explain problem, then we will focus on the solution. Right now, boss? Everyone, concentrate. Okay. I have a DAO class. Right. DAO class. What is that? Java class having persistence logic. We will study more about DAO later. Persistence logic like JDBC code. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Right, boss. Okay, guys. DAO class, Java class having persistence logic like JDBC code. Yeah, listen, guys. Generally, for any DAO class, DAO word will be added at the end. Public class student DAO. Our focus is not on DAO, guys. DAO means data access object. Data access object. Okay, guys. I have a class called DAO. Here I am taking one method, int string, whatever it is. Insert student. Insert student. SNO, yes name, SADD. Come on. SADD. Okay. Array, I will talk DAO later. First, focus on problem part. The Java class that contain persistence logic is called DAO. And a project contains different types of logics, Babu. Class containing calculations is called business service class. Class containing persistence logic is called DAO, data access object. We will be studying more on DAO in the coming classes. Right now, my focus is on Java Bean. Please, people are diverting their brain here and there. In the chat box, they are worried about what? DAO. For the timing, you remember, there are so many classes in the project. Classes containing business logic is called service class. Classes containing persistence logic is called DAO, right? That's it. I will introduce DAO more exclusively later. Right now, our focus should be on Java Bean. Clear, guys? Please, if you don't know how to study the subject, I'm helpless. Sir, I will catch one small word, I will worry about it. No. Right topic at right time in right order will be introduced. Okay, if you don't want to worry about. That's what I said. While attending my classes, common sense is the most important prerequisite. Right now, your focus should not be on DAO. You feel DAO is another class, boss. Why are you worried about DAO now? Don't worry, I'm saying DAO is not our priority now. One more class. Project contains so many class, DAO also one class. You feel like that? Is that clear? Okay, 1 minute. If you are worried about DAO, I will not take any DAO example. Happy now? I will take normal student class. Okay. Public class. Service class. Class having business logic. Okay. Now tell me, are you happy now? At least you are happy. What about service class? Okay. Tell me, right now, service are DAY, XA, YA, Z, not important. One class is there, Rabab. Okay. One class is there. Public class, student service. Student service. Here we are having public string or public string. What is that? Generate rank. Generate rank. Okay. Student number, student name, student address. Student address. Next, Okay, student course. Next one, into marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, marks 3. Okay, here some business logic, guys. Okay, business logic to calculate total average and to generate rank. Some lines of code is there, guys. Let us assume. And return that logic related code. Everyone getting my point? Some class is there. Now, first of all, tell me how many parameters are there? 3, 7 parameters are there. This method is designed with how many parameters, guys? 7. Are you observing it now? Okay, guys. Now tell me, Christopher Ani, I know you already attended 7:30 p.m. batch. Don't try to show your talent in the chat box. Please, I request and I order not to show your talent in the chat box. Fine. If you know subject, go and give interview. Show your talent in front of interview. At least job will come. What's the use of showing talent in front of me and in front of other students? Okay, guys. You help yourself. There's no need of helping others. Right, boss. Here is what, guys? Client application. Yes. Okay. Public class client application. Who want to use that service? Here is what? Public static void main string args array. Okay, guys. args array. Okay, now tell me here, I am creating Java bean. What is that? A service class object. Student service is equal to new student service of. I created object, guys. Now tell me, string rank message is equal to service dot. See, guys, while calling generate rank 101 Rajesh, 101 Rajesh, address is Hyderabad, course is BTech, 3 marks. Listen, guys, while calling method, I should remember number of arguments, order of arguments, type of arguments. If I don't know any argument value, can I ignore it? If I don't know any argument value, can I ignore it? Okay. 56, 77, 88. 56, 77, 88. Tell me here. System.out.println rank message. End of the main method, end of the class. Yeah. Right, guys. What is the problem? Designing Java method. Having more than 3 parameters is bad practice. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Designing Java method having more than 3 parameters is bad practice. Is bad practice. Okay, guys. In what way they are bad practice? Listen, guys. While calling the method, we should remember number of arguments. Yes or no, na? We should remember order of arguments. Yes or no, na? Okay. Next. If I don't know 1, 2 values, can I ignore them? No. Can I ignore them? No. I am still forced to pass dummy values or not. Suppose I don't know marks 3. I really don't know marks 3. So can I ignore it? No. What should I do? At least I should pass 0 here or not. At least I should pass 0 there or not. I am forced to pass 0 there or not. Can I ignore not passing values? Can I ignore not passing values, guys? Come on. Are you noticing the problem seriously, guys? Yes, guys. Limitations of taking Java method having more than 3 params. More than 3 params. Human brain can remember up to 3 position. 4th position onwards we ignore. That's why in Olympics, how many medals will be there? Only 3 medals will be there. Gold, silver, bronze. That's it. Gold, silver, bronze. After that, no one worries what position you got, right, boss? Similarly, maximum up to 3 we can remember. More than 3 means it's problematic, right? Rakesh Misra, while calling method also up to 3 we can remember and pass. More than 3 means it will be problematic to remember and pass the values or not. Mr. Naresh IT, you please mute yourself. Got the point, guys? That's why you must think about designing Java method having max of 3 parameters. You switched on the mic, boss. Mahesh. Admin Mahesh. Right, guys. Now tell me here. Yeah. What is the problem? While calling method, we must remember and we must remember the number of arguments. Next, while calling method, we must remember the order of arguments. While calling method, order of argument. Okay. While calling method, we cannot ignore to pass. Okay, unknown values. Okay. No possibility of passing default values when no values are passed. Yes or no, na? No values are passed. While calling method, we must remember the type of the arguments. While calling method, we must remember the type of the arguments, guys. Everyone got the clarity. These many limitations are there or not? Okay. So that's why observe 95%, 98% of Java predefined method max contain 3 arguments. 1 to exceptional cases, leave it. But 95% method, max to max, they contain 3 parameters. If there is a need of having more than 3 parameters, they start giving classes as the parameter type, interface names as the parameter type. That means don't pass individual values, bind all the values into one object and pass that object as the argument. Pass that object as the argument. Come on. Did you ever see? I think you are enjoying my problem statement. So shall I give the solution now? Solution now. Okay. Are client and service both are there in the same project, developed by same team. Why they will not know signature of the service class method, ra babu? Right now I am taking client as a local client na boss. Okay. Solution, boss. What is the solution? Okay. Design Java method. Java method having Java bean type parameter. Java bean type parameter. Got the point, guys? Right. Design Java method having Java bean type parameter. Yes, guys. Now I'm taking public class. First of all, I'm taking Java bean here. Right. Okay. Public class student info. Okay. Yeah, right now implementation of serializable is optional, guys. Why my client and service both are there in the same project, right? Optional only. Private int SNO, private string SName, private string SADD, private string course, private int M1, M2, M3. Okay, come on. Right, guys. Setters and getters. Okay. Setters and getters. We'll see. First, try to know the purpose of the Java bean. Setters and getters. Total, how many setters and setter classes? 7 setter methods, 7 getter methods, right? 7 setter method and 7 getter methods. First, focus on current point. People are started thinking already about Spring Bean, Pozo class. Stay in the current point, then I will link with other things. Learning subject is an art. If you don't know how to learn the subject, you will be the loser. Focus on current point, analyze, respond. Then you start thinking here and there. Every point will come in the right order. Okay, guys. Now tell me, guys. Now I am taking service class. Earlier, you might be aware of Java bean, but today you might have got crystal clear need of Java bean, right? Wait. Public class, student to service. Okay. Public string, generate rank. Student info. Student info. Return some message. Yeah, this is basically same, guys. This is basically same. Okay. read data from Java Bean class object using getter methods. Can we use getter methods here na? Info dot get SNO will come. Info dot, come on. Info dot get M1 will come or not? Yes. Here getter methods will be utilized, guys. Yeah, for every property, you should have a separate getter method, separate setter method, because we don't know which property we use, which property we ignore. We don't know in which property data may come, in which property data is not coming, right? Into total is equal to info dot get M1, info dot get M2, info dot get M3. Nice. Float average is equal to total by 3.0 F. Like this, we have to write the logic, boss. Similarly, some more logic for generating the rank, guys. Got it, guys. So here I am using getter method of Java Bean to read the data. Did you realize it? I just want to give that feeling. Getter methods are for reading, setter methods are for writing data. Now client application, boss. Client application. Now let's see. Public class client application. Public static void main string args. Nice, boss. Student service is equal to new student service of service class object is created. Student info is equal to new student info of. Right, guys. Now listen, I don't know address of the student, guys. Do you have any pressure to call that method and set data, guys? No. Set the SNO 101. See, now I will set info dot set course. See, am I worried about order of parameter? Am I worried about order of parameter? Am I worried about number of parameters? And while setting each property value, setter method is giving some explanation. Na? This is for course, this is for number, right? In real time 30 to 40 details you have to carry from one layer to another layer, Babu. One project to another project. You will take method with 30 arguments. You will design method with 30 parameters. That shows very bad of you, right? Set course Java. Info dot set name. Set yes name Raja. Okay, guys. Okay. Info dot set M1 67. Info dot set M2. I don't know third marks, guys. I really don't know third marks. You really don't know how to third marks. I can ignore, right? 0 will be taken, guys. If no value is given, default value for int is what? 0. 0 will be taken or not. String rank message. String rank message is equal to service dot what rank? Generate rank. What is there? Info. Service dot generate rank info and SOP rank message. End of the main method, end of the class. Tell me, guys, passing Java Bean as argument value is having advantage or not? Passing Java Bean as the argument value is giving advantage or not? is giving advantage or not? Tell me, my dear. Are you feeling the benefit what I have shown? Are you feeling the benefit what I was highlighting? Tell me, advantages of taking Java bean type parameter for the Java method. Number one, while calling method, we are least bothered about number of arguments, order of arguments. Come on, order of arguments. If you don't know 1, 2 values, we can ignore those argument values. Yes or no? If you don't pass any values, our default values will be taken. Okay, default values will be taken. While setting data to bean property, setter method gives self-description. Setter method gives some self-description, and code readability will be increased, right? Code readability will be increased. That's why. What is the conclusion of today's class, guys? Okay, guys. What is the conclusion? What is the conclusion, guys? Conclusion is very simple. As a good Java programmer, if there is a need of passing more than 3 values, method to method, class to class, project to project, take the support of Java. Take the support of Java. Class to class, method to method, okay, project to project. More than 3 values, take the support of Java. I hope you are understanding my statement. Right, boss. That's what I said. Until I show problem and solution, you never feel it. Okay. Advantages of taking Java bean class as the parameter type. Parameter type. Manasa madam, what is their encapsulation? Anyhow, data is there inside object. Encapsulation is coming because of private properties. Nah? Okay, Java bean type as the parameter type. Next, while calling method, we need not to worry about order of arguments. Order of arguments. Order of arguments. Because we can set data to Java bean class object in any order. While calling method, we need not to worry about number of arguments. Number of arguments, because Java bean class object itself holds multiple values. Object itself holds multiple values. D. Next, guys. Okay. Mr. Gupta madam, encapsulation is different, bean class is different. There is no link between both. Encapsulation will be there in every Java class. Every Java class, wherever private variables are used. Are you understanding my statement? Don't link unnecessary things and don't worry about comparison. Encapsulation will be involved in every class, every object, wherever private member variables are there. There's no link between encapsulation and Java bean. And after all, Java bean is also one Java class, right? Okay. Okay, boss. Okay. Now tell me, guys, next one. Everyone, please come back. We can ignore setting unknown values to Java Bean class object. Java Bean class object. Next. Okay. If you don't set values to Bean properties, default values will be taken. Next, improves the code readability. Next, setter methods and getter methods give self-description while setting and reading the data. Okay, guys. You can ignore setting unknown values to Java Bean class object. And if you don't know value, you can ignore. Understanding my point? Java Bean class object properties. What's wrong in that? It's right now. And if you don't know certain value, you can ignore setting values or not. Whatever problems are there with what? Other practice. Now all the problems got satisfied or not? Rectified or not? What is the conclusion of the day, guys? What is the conclusion of the day? Okay. If there is a need of passing more than three values, between two methods of same class or different classes or different projects, different classes of same project or different projects, then take the support of Java. Are you understanding my statement, guys? If there is a need of passing more than three values between two methods of same class or different classes of same project or different projects, okay, then take the support of Java Bean. Enjoyed today's session? Okay, if someone talks about Java Bean, are you able to share your opinion on it? Are you able to tell how exactly Java Bean is used in real time? Okay, I compared Java Bean with what? Office Boy boss. I compared Java Bean with what? Office Boy. Now Office Boy role and Java Bean role is looking like same or not? Array, Java Bean support means as a whole, taking the support of getter method, setter method, properties, serializable interface, everything as a whole, you are able to talk. Okay, now after this example, once again you look at the standards ones. Guys. If client and server not there in the same place, you have to implement serializable, boss. Right, guys. Now listen carefully. Class must be taken as public class. Why, guys? Why? And if class is not visible outside the package, outside the Java Bean package, how it can be used by a service class, how it can be used by a client class? First of all, class should be visible outside of the package. Nah. That's why, because service will be there in its own package, client will be there in its own package. If you want to make certain class of certain package visible inside and outside the package, public is required or not required? Recommended to implement serializable interface. In this case, implementing serializable interface is optional. Why? My service class and client both are there in the same project. That's why optional. But if my service class and client are there in two different projects, they are talking with each other over the network, that time implementation of serializable is required or not required? Definitely required. Next, class must have private non-static variables as Java Bean properties. As Java Bean properties. Understanding my point? Array, to hold data inside object, private and non-static properties are required or not? Okay, now 10 clients wants to pass student information to service class. They create 10 objects. Each object should hold separate student information. That is possible only when you take private and non-static. Next, every brown property should have a separate getter method and setter method. Why separate for each property? Array, while setting data, we don't know which property value we set, which property value we ignore. Different people ignore different property value, different people set different property value. That's why every property should have a separate setter and getter method or not. While reading also, come on. We don't know which property value we read, which property value we ignore. That's why better to have separate getter and setter method for every property or not. Subbu, if you don't take getter setter method and you have a 3 property, that is called normal class, not the Java Bean. Java Bean is minimum getter setter method. Okay, guys. Last one. Should have a zero param constructor. Listen, guys. Since because of zero param, I'm able to create object very fastly and neatly or not. Sometimes, sometimes frameworks create object. Container create object. Most of the time frameworks and container are capable of what? Creating object using zero param constructor. That's why better to have zero param constructor directly or indirectly. I hope you are understanding my point. Okay. Nazir Sayed, if you know core Java, you'll understand the point, boss. Private properties allocates memory inside the object. They don't allow any outsider to access the data directly. They will allow to access data only through method. That's the advantage of private. And non-static member variable allocates the memory inside the object. So every object will have a separate data, separate memory, so that at a time multiple people can send multiple objects of data representing multiple student information. Nazir, please refer your core Java static and non-static. Sumit, Java Bean there generally does not contain what? Static properties, because Java Bean wants to carry individual data, not the common data. Not the common data. Come on. Right, boss. Array, one small statement I will give, guys. Every Java Bean class is POSO class. But every POSO class is not a Java Bean class. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Why, sir? And a class implementing serializable. Serializable is Java language interface. That's why every Java Bean class is a POSO class. But reverse is not true. Every POSO class need not to be a Java Bean. Why? POSO class never guarantees getter setter method. POSO class may contain business logic, business method. POSO class May be public, may not be public. Poso class may have zero param constructor, may not have zero param constructor. So that's why we cannot say every Poso class is Java Bean class. Every student was a student, every teacher was a student, right? Every student was a student or is a student. Every teacher was a student or is a student, right? But we cannot say every student is a teacher. Reverse is true, na? Reverse is true, na? Okay, guys. Directly means we placed it, Babu. We placed it. Indirectly means compiler generated. Mr. Joshi Vijay, still you are not going. Is not get to communication, right? To pass data between two classes. Josh Vijay, you have to improve your focus, my dear. Is it for communication between two classes or is it to pass data between two classes? Your interpretation is going wrong. Okay, guys. Yeah, we can send only serializable objects data over the network. We cannot send normal object data over the network. We can send only serializable object data over the network. Yes or no, na? Super, guys. Right. Tomorrow class is there. Tomorrow class is there, guys. Tomorrow class is there. Still some more discussions are there with respect to what? Java, Bean, Pozo, Posy. Once that is completed, we'll get into programming, guys. Thank you. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's session.